All right. Welcome back to Eyes Open Media. Please hit the subscribe button if you're new to Eyes Open Media, and welcome aboard. This is my backup channel. My main channel is Currency 365. Please hit the subscribe button on that channel as well. Okay, so early this morning I did post Mike's video about him giving 5 ways to earn Bitcoin, to make Bitcoin, and things of that nature. So please check out that video. Looks like a whole bunch of you guys checked out the hold up, how do we have 2,226 subscribers, and this video had 2,174 views. Wow. So that's almost everybody checked out that video of from yesterday. That's awesome. Okay. Or maybe you guys shared it, or maybe somebody was sharing it around the community or something. I don't know. Okay, so let's get to this. What is this right here? Okay, so this was the Joint Special Operations Command announced that the release of, now the main channel, we did talk about that the Joint Commander said that they now control the Western Mosul. Okay, doesn't mean that they have it all liberated. We know they don't. We're going to see on the map right now that they don't. But they have they're saying they have full control over it. Okay, because they've basically cornered every side for ISIS to not be able to escape. Okay, so here it says 70%, which is a liberation. And we know that they use the 70% mark is usually a mark of liberation. Okay, so they've added 70% of Mosul, Western Mosul. Oh, excuse me. And the rest of the neighborhoods around or under the range of our fire. Okay, so this is cool. I keep saying it's cool, but we've been waiting for a long time for this, and this is a city. We got to continue to remember this is a city. It's not a state. It's not a it's not a province. It's not a country. It's a city, and the fact that it's taken this long to get a city done is kind of staggering to me. It's kind of outrageous. And they've held. I'm not sure if it was him or if it's the elites or if it's whoever it is, the corrupt government people, but they have told that they held the troops up for so long. I mean, my goodness. Every time the troops would advance, they would call in and say stop and sit there and don't move. And the troops would sit there and not move. And that's why it's taking this long, because it might have been him, it might have been other people, but they keep calling down and telling the troops, stop moving. You're moving too fast. We've been giving orders to drag this out as long as possible. And basically, dragging it out will make the troops look very bad, and it does. It make the troops look like they don't know what they're doing. And that's from people that don't know. But if you know, like we do, we know that the troops are being held back. Okay, so it says right side of the connector. Oh, wow. So they did. So now they're using the word connector. I told you guys yesterday, watch out. They might start using the right side connector now as we get closer to the end, like they did in Eastern Mosul. They started saying left coast connector at the end, remember? So now it looks like here, I've seen 2 articles now talking about the right side connector. So look out for that verbiage they're going to start using. That's how we know we're getting to the end, is when they started saying the right side connector. Okay. So where was I? The right side connector fully enclosed and being targeted for Daesh operations by our heroes in the military units and military aviation through the destruction of the limited proportions of smart weapons. Okay. So he said that the rest of the right side is 30%, which is controlled by the weapons of direct and indirect fire forces against Daesh. Basically meaning that they're in those areas, and they're in those 30% areas, and they're getting them done. So they're basically under control, because they're in those areas. They have cut them areas off, and they're under control. Okay, so this is the new map. We did get the map early today, so shout out to them for setting the map early. Up here has not changed. I don't know what's going on now. They probably were told to stop, as we already know. Okay, this was all green yesterday. Now it has some orange here, so I don't know what's going on right up here. Maybe some late night raids and clashes on this area, and now we got some orange, peeking through over here as well. So we're gonna try to, hopefully we get this done this week. This area right here. So then we complete this V shape on the west side, and then we still have this area over here. As you can see, this is now all green. We got green on top of that as well. So hopefully we can come over here and complete this area as well. And then we start coming up here. Nothing has changed really much in Old Mosul City. Still looks the same. And I'm surprised that the green has not come all the way down here yet. There's nothing in here, so they've been told to stop. Okay, so it is what it is. We can't control it. We can't control what they do. It's just terrible that they've been told to stop. Most likely they have, because they haven't moved. This thing hasn't moved in a while. Okay, so it should be down. We should be all the way green and orange right up in this area. All this should be orange and green. Okay, but they've been told to stop, so it is what it is. And this was the map from earlier I did on the mainstream media, and I was talking about this area right here, and I said this could be probably this area right here. Okay, and and they just put it right here, so it could be. Okay, so it looks like it, right? And it looks like this, and then it got a little bit of white right here, and then white down here. If you look at this, got white down here and a little bit white up here. Okay, so it could be that. It is what it is. And this map, this is all green. There's no orange on the top tip, and then there's orange up here, and there's orange above the 80% V-shaped line. And what do you call it? And then there's most of this is completed over here. That's not the case, and it's only halfway. It's only halfway, maybe like 40% completed on this one. But this one, it's almost all the way completed, right? And then you got some stuff going on in this area as well. Okay, and then you even have some green coming into Mosul City as well on this side. But over here, we have a little bit of green poking out right there. So a little bit of difference for those maps, for the maps, but it is what it is. We still have some ways to go. We still have some work to get done, right? Don't know why we still have work to get done, because this should have been over a long time ago, but we still have some work to get done on the maps. So not sure, I did say we did move everything back to the real-time map will be May 15th, and this Nineveh Command Center map will be completed by June 1st. Okay, May 31st, June 1st. I like May 31st because it's a Wednesday, and we know a lot of big things happen on Wednesday, so I just put Wednesday, May 31st, Wednesday. Okay, so come on. If we can't get this done by May 31st, that means they haven't allowed the troops to do what they're supposed to do. Because that's it. If we're not done, then they're not allowing the troops to move. We can't do nothing about it. Okay, we can sit here and complain all day, but we don't have the power to tell the troops to move. So. It is what it is. And then here is Old Mosul City District. And you can see we're not moving at all. Iraqi Day told us that 75% of this is still held by ISIS and Daesh, which is staggering to think about when we've been in this area for like 9 weeks. Like, come on. Like, are you serious? You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy to me. Okay, so let's talk about this. Robots will take our jobs. Well, first of all, we teach you guys here, and also definitely on the main channel 365, to get out of jobs, right? Get out of your job and become your own boss. That's what we teach. So we don't even have to worry about this, right? You become your own boss. Either you do it through online, or you create your own business and things of that nature. You take what you're doing at your job, and then you start taking money to allocate it to your own business and becoming your own boss. Yeah, it could be 10 online businesses. It could be maybe a shop or 3 shops that you open up that got some good results from when maybe you made a prototype or something. But get out of jobs and create your own stuff, right? Create your own business, become your own boss. That's what we preach here on the main channel. So this shouldn't, a lot of you guys still are in jobs, but a lot of you guys are now taking that job and taking a percentage of that money, and you're putting it into online businesses or creating your own products and things of that nature. So that's awesome, right? Okay, so robots will take our jobs, and they're talking about within the next 30 years. It says, and we have to merge with all to stay relevant and that is billionaire Elon Musk. Okay, from Tesla, right? Isn't he the guy from Tesla? Elon Musk. Okay, is it Tesla? Yeah, Tesla, right? Okay, so robots are gonna take. So yeah, so I was. Is that Julia Roberts? um, so I years and years ago, back on the Eyes Open Media Facebook page when we used to have the Facebook group, we talked about this long time ago, and I even talked to so many people in the military about this. And I remember recently talking to the guys that used to work with me, my last the last government contractor job I had before I left all that stuff. We used to talk a lot about it, during the night times, and we used to talk about how how we're going to go from the technology era to the robotic era. And some of you guys that were up with me late at night, at work in the government buildings, remember us vividly talking about that at 2, 3 a.m. in the mornings when we had nothing else to do. And we used to talk about, even before that, we used to talk about this stuff. But definitely in the government buildings, we used to talk about how we're going to go from the technology era, which is we're in right now. We went from the .com era, and now we're in the technology era. And then we're going to go from the technology era to the robotic era. Okay. And then from the robotic era, we're going to go to the survival era. Okay. So, and that's basically when everything is going to come to an end. So right now we're transitioning into the technology era into a robotic area. The robotic area is at around 1%, but it's picking up a lot of steam. I think in the next 3 years, the robotic era will be about 10%, and we're going to see it everywhere. We'll go into the stores and stuff, and everything will be robotic. There'll be less people working at the restaurants and stuff like that. It'll be all robotic, a lot of robotic stuff at the stores and out in the open, and they're going to be taking over, man. They're going to be, it's going to be crazy, right? So we knew that this was coming. This is why we kept preaching, and we've been preaching to create your own jobs. Get out of a job, get out of things like that, because they're going to be taking over very soon. And a lot of you guys, some of you guys actually felt the pain of being replaced by a robot. You know what I mean? Especially if you work at fast food spots, and different areas, maybe some shopping malls, you've been replaced by robots, right? To do the job. So that's crazy, right? So it is what it is. We're going to continue to tell people you got to create your own jobs. You can even create jobs with robots, right? So, if they're going to bring the robots out, then create products and create jobs that are going to allow you to make money from the robots, right? Robot technology. So that you can do that as well. Okay. But come online or create products or create things that are going to be able to help you, and not just sit there at a job and getting money and getting get a little paycheck from a boss and making him rich, and you're just sitting there about to be replaced by robots, okay, in the future. So don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to your family, especially your children, right? You want to be able to leave something to them, You want to be able to leave something to them, leave, like, for me, what I'm saying, I'm in these online businesses. I want to, get all the, be purchasing gold and silver and Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I created this brand on YouTube for Currency 365. My children could take over the Currency 365 channel, right? So, or my family, right? Somebody could step up and take over it. So I'm leaving something for them, right? With that's going to have a lot of subscriber base to it, and a potential to continue to go on if something happens, right? So I'm leaving something for that. And then we got Bitcoin, we got Ethereum. You're leaving things for your children or for your family, right? So just in case something happens, right? So you don't want to be in a job and you're not leaving anything, because once you're dead, then they're just gonna replace you at the job. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. So hopefully at that job, you're taking, 10% of that money and you're putting into the things that your family can live on, or can cash out once you're gone, right? So I got a humanitarian funding, you know what I mean? Like we got the humanitarian stuff that we're waiting on funding for. So if something did happen to me, the children could finally cash that in whenever it happens in the future. You see what I'm saying? So stuff like that. So yeah. So this is nothing new. We all know about it. Robots that are gonna be, and it's already happening now, but it's at a low scale. You know, we should see it pick up a lot within the next 3 to 5 years. And this is my BTC Clicks account for those that want to earn Bitcoin, because I'm getting a lot of messages from people saying, "Hey, can you help? Can you send me money? And can you do this and do that?" I'm like, man, this is where you go to earn Bitcoin. You can earn Bitcoin here in BTC Clicks. I know it's not a lot of money. It's micro Bitcoins, but look, if Bitcoin is gonna, think of the future. Don't think of that right now, okay? Think of the future for Bitcoin, right? If Bitcoin is gonna be 10, 50, or 100 times its value than it is right now, then you're gonna be in good shape if you just build this account up like a savings account. Don't build it up to say, oh man, I'm not making much. Build it to realize that in about 5 years, 3 to 5 years, Bitcoin could be at 100 times its value, and everything in my account will be 100 times its value. You see what I'm saying? That's how you should think. Instead of going, oh man, I ain't making no money, here. But just think about it. Everything in your account could be 100 times more than it is now. So that's how you should do it. And all you're doing is surfing freaking ads. I mean, it's that simple, right? You come here, you'll go down to the next available ad, and you just click on it, and that's it. And you just watch whatever it is, right? If the thing can load, you know what I mean? Sometimes the internet connection. So there he goes. So, and then, let me see here. Let me make sure it's, okay, so there it is. Is it going to load? I mean, is it going to show the timer though? It says it's still loading or something. Oh, there it is. So there's a timer. So the timer 20 seconds. Most of them are 10 seconds. And you'll go through that timer, and then you'll put in, you'll either put in, you'll see what happens. It's some type of catch-up. Okay, and then you just answer this question right here, which 11 plus 7 is 18, and you just hit that, and there you go. So you earned your micro Bitcoins, and then you just exit out of it, and you go to the next one. And there's usually like 100 to 200 of these a day. So I've done 14 out of 33. I'm gonna finish this up right after this video. I'm probably gonna just go through these and just finish them up. Most of them are 10. There's a 20, 30 second one that I did already. Most of these are 10 seconds, but that's how you earn Bitcoin. And you got to just think about it. That you just go through maybe 100 of these a day, which is very easy. It takes like 10 to 20 minutes a day, and you just hold on to these coins for the future, right? That's all, because it's going to be, Bitcoin's going to go 50 to 100 times its value from where it's at now, and that's all you do. Okay, so, and let me see what Bitcoin is at right now, so we can end this. Bitcoin is at 1258. Okay, and imagine when Bitcoin is at 10,000 or 100,000 or a million. So that's coming, right? All that stuff is coming in the future. So, and then Ethereum's at $50.55 as well. And we already know that Ethereum is poised to break out here towards $80 plus in the next coming weeks. Okay, with the Ethereum, May 19th, I believe, is the Ethereum conference. So let's see if we can get a breakout before the conference and then after the conference. Okay, so that's it for me. Eyes open. Hit the subscribe button here. We'll love to have you. And yeah, that's it. Talk to you guys later. Peace out. Bye.